so if you don't already know, Sonic Superstars is coming out very, very soon, okay? I'm thinking around October based on the leaked release dates, but those aren't official release dates. But we got some new information on that we need to get into, and we've also got something to talk about regarding Sonic and Friends. If you forgot what that is, we're going to get into all of that. But if you're subscribed to the channel already, please make sure to subscribe. Okay? Oh, wait, hold on. You mean to tell me that you have a phone and you haven't checked out Bloodline? Wait, you don't even know what Bloodline is? The ultimate fantasy RPG experience in visually stunning 3D realistic graphics. You can raise heirs with companions. You get to build your own kingdom and economy with strategic gameplay. And in between that gameplay, beautiful scenes and interesting storylines. So make sure to download the game now for free on both Android and iOS by using my link in the description below, or you can scan the QR code on the screen right now. And if you use my link or QR code, you'll get a special starter pack worth $20 the moment you get the game. So we're gonna start us off with the Sonic Superstars news, then we can talk about Sonic and Friends. So the Almighty Tales channel has posted here, new. Sonic Superstars was officially issued an everyone rating by ESRB ratings this past week. I believe that's the American rating system. So you can see the image here. This is an action platformer in which players assume the roles of Sonic and his friends as they zoom around colorful zones and attempt to defeat Dr. Robotnik. As players speed through whimsical environments, they can jump on enemies' heads, cause them to transform into small creatures. They don't transform into small creatures. The small creatures power the robots. Fucking casuals, ESRB. Get the shit right, okay? What the fuck? Sonic and Friends react to damage by losing coin-like rings. That's such a Mario brain thing to say, coin-like ring. They rings! The fuck is this coin-like ring? No, they their own thing, okay? And falling off screen when defeated. Boss battles can depict more protracted combat with cartoony explosions. So yeah, it's a classic Sonic game. It's all happy clappy, safe and safe for work and all that shit. Of course it's going to be an E rating. We're not expecting no Shadow the Hedgehog gunshot sound effects every time you press something. Okay, look. That's not why we're talking about this. No one gives a fuck about the E rating. Okay, but it says here mild fantasy violence, and then it says in-game purchases, right? So that's what everyone's talking about right now. Sonic Superstars is basically going to have microtransactions, right? Now this may not be microtransactions. I mean, it could be like the deluxe version, because the official Sonic Twitter, when we saw the price leaks and we were seeing $70, they confirmed that and they specified base game is $60. Which basically proves that there's going to be some premium version that'll probably cost $70 or something like that. Maybe another premium that adds more content. So maybe these microtransactions allow you to buy that additional content later on. So if you only bought the base version, but you decide you want the deluxe content later on, maybe that microtransaction is like, get that shit later on. As for what it could be though, I don't know if it's going to be levels. I don't know if they're going to go that far, if they've reached that point yet where they're hiding levels behind a paywall. Although if they remade Sonic Heroes or remastered, they will definitely put the other teams behind the paywall. I know they'll do that now. They would just so do that. But on the topic of Superstars, I guess it could be skins. Like Amy's got that modern outfit. Maybe there's some other outfits that they could use microtransactions for. Either way, it seems like it's going to be some bullshit. And as long as it's just cosmetic, then who gives a fuck, right? They're going to do this milking shit. They're already charging $60 for a classic Sonic game. So their movie ego can't be, you know, broken unless movie 3 flops somehow, which I don't think it will. But yeah, Sonic Superstars is going to cost you $60 for the base game, $70 probably for the premium, and there'll be microtransactions and people will still eat it up because it's the precious classic Sonic. On to Sonic and Friends, right? So we know that officially, this came out in July, but they actually registered the trademark in 23rd of June. They registered a trademark called Sonic and Friends. This is officially registered, like you could check in the database, right? So that means some kind of project relating to Sonic and Friends is coming, and based on the tags they use in the trademark, the news outlets or the Sonic news outlets are saying it's probably going to be game related, right? So Zippo's got a theory, and this is a theory, it's not a leak, okay, just before you say anything. It's a theory, but he's got a theory on what Sonic and Friends could be, and his theory is the Mario and Sonic series is donezo. You know, we're talking about the Olympic Games and all that shit, and it says, he talks about, looks like some interesting developments have happened in the last week. Let's get into it. On Sonic's birthday, we had the trademark. This is something we haven't seen before. What could it be? A TV series, spin-off focusing on Sonic's ever-growing supporting cast, return to his days in education. His days in education. I would so play a Sonic educational game. I don't know why. I just would. Like, I'm a grown man. I don't need to do that, but I so would. But anyway, he puts on the tinfoil hat. He says, I believe that the Mario and Sonic series for now is over. I think this is Nintendo and Sega parting ways for now. My theory is that this is going to be a revival of Sega's Superstar / All-Star series, this time in the form of the Sonic Olympic Games. Sonic at the doesn't sound grand enough, so this is the way to go. Sonic and Friends doesn't sound far off from and Sonic and All-Stars now, does it? Yeah, that's a bit of a... So I think that he's trying to say it's like All-Stars, basically. There's usually some solid evidence to support this too, and he shows the job recruitment from before. I think we actually covered this a while ago, but it was some kind of job listing or something for Unity, Unreal Engine or something, and people suspected it was for Olympic Games or something like that. But yeah, it says here, it made sure to note this recruitment was for the Sonic series, not the realistic version that Sega also does, so you can rule that out as well. Because they also made the other Olympic game that had nothing to do with Sonic, right? It also lists multiple systems, meaning that this is a multi-platform affair. There's also another version of that listing on LinkedIn that directly says applicants will be working on the Sonic series. So that's as good as it gets when it comes to confirmation. Why is this happening? Here's a few possible reasons. Series burnout. They've done this series for 15 years for what the Mario Sonic games, and they've effectively done pretty much all they can do. It's been running to the ground, just like classic Sonic, and the sales aren't exactly lighting up the world anymore, just like classic Sonic. The series has been dropping in sales with almost every entry. The Wii U editions couldn't even crack them. Well, that was on the Wii U. To be fair, I can't hate, like, that was on the Wii U. Come on. Despite having Mario on the cover, making this multi-platform is going to be a huge boost for them. Sonic is having a renaissance. Due to the hit movies, Sonic Frontiers, Sonic Prime, and the mobile games, and the ever-thriving community of fan games, Sonic's having a giant surge of popularity, with the old and new people jumping in. This is the perfect time to pull away. Yes, Mario's League's more popular than Sonic is, but the Blue Blur is absolutely pulling his own right now. It's a powerful brand, and they don't need another mascot to help with that. Giving other Sega franchises focus. Lastly, and this is the best one, Sega in general is in a big time of revival. Many old franchises that we thought were long dead have been revived. Seeing characters like Beat, Kiryu, Axel, Gilius, I don't know how to pronounce any of these, and Atlas characters like Joker, Morgana, Teddy, Jack Frost all getting their athletic and sportsy sport just makes perfect sense, and I'm all about it, being on the wacky shit. The Paris Olympics is only a mere 12 months away, so it probably won't be too long before we find out what this is all about. And yeah, so basically what Zippo's trying to say is that they're breaking away from the Mario and Sonic thing, and that Sonic and Friends is going to be their new, like, Superstars, All-Stars kind of brand. Instead of saying Sonic and Sega All-Stars Racing Trans, no one wants to say that. Sonic and Friends Racing, or Sonic and Friends Kart, or whatever the fuck. Like, it's just a summary instead of the Sega All-Star. We assume that Friends means everyone, like everyone's Sega related, right? And it kind of makes sense, right? They have run the Mario and Sonic thing to the ground. The Sonic brand is big right now because of the movie success and things like that. Frontiers is selling well. It would be a good time to pull away. On top of that, the Mario and Sonic games, because Nintendo was so, like, you know, they got their own hardware. If you make it Mario and Sonic, it has to remain on Nintendo hardware. But if you make it Sonic and Friends, you could put that shit on Xbox, put that shit on PlayStation, put that shit on PC, right? Even, like, they dropped the Mario and Sonic Olympic game, and then they made the phone variation, and the phone version didn't have any Mario characters in it. I even covered that game. It was just like a Sonic Olympic game on, like, Android and iPhone. And it was mid as fuck from what I remember, but it was no Mario characters because they put it on the phone. Even though Mario's got phone games, like Mario Kart Tour is like huge. But I guess they didn't want Mario and Sonic to be on the phone, so they had to do Sonic only. So I'm guessing Sega just wants to be able to go multiplayer again. Even though Sonic sells best on Nintendo, I guess if it's an Olympic game, they could probably get some sales from the kids on PlayStation and Xbox and PC as well. Hopefully, like, they go further than just Olympic games and they go into, like, more racing games and shit like that, like really good ones, because it's been a while since we've gotten that with Sonic. But yeah, I mean, I really hope that this is true, right? I hope it is some kind of bringing the Sega characters back. I want to see them crazy taxi characters, okay? I want my BD Joes. I want all that shit. If they make a Sonic racing game and you got BD Joe, all them cats in there, like, I'm here for that, okay? Just don't make it mid, and don't Izuku and Kishimoto, don't make it so fucking piss easy that, like, you know, that thing that they always do, they make everything easy so that everyone can get into it, but then they forget that people actually want a challenge. Like, you look at Mario Kart, like, Mario Kart is accessible as fuck, but it's still challenging, right? When you go on 200cc, you gotta drift and brake on those corners. There's no walk in the park, right? But you can play 50cc with the kids, you can use auto acceleration if you're a kid, you can do all that shit. But people that really want to play can still play. But the way they be doing it, like Izuku Kishimoto, like Team Sonic Racing, you just be like, this should be too easy, and you just get bored. So they gotta like step it up if they're gonna do this shit properly. Because there's no reason why Sonic can't have a party game that's huge, right? Mario Kart 8 has outsold every Nintendo game except for Wii Sports. Mario Kart 8 is bigger than 3D Mario, 2D Mario, any other Mario spin-off game. Every other thing Nintendo has done except Wii Sports, literally Mario Kart 8 is bigger than. It's crazy. So Sonic could do that. You could have a whole fan base of people who don't play the 3D Sonic games, don't play the 2D Sonic games, but you make the most fire-like racing game, ideally a rider's game, that's so great, it's accessible, but still has a high skill ceiling, that people just buy it and they don't even know what the fuck Sonic Adventure 2 is, or what Generations is, or even what Frontiers is, and they still buy it, you know? And you could bring back stages from those games, because it is a spin-off, so you can do that. And it would be really cool. To imagine having like a racing game that has levels from Adventure 1, 2, Heroes, 06, Unleashed, Colors, Gens, Lost World, even Forces. Like Sonic Riders Ultimate, anyone? Sonic Riders Ultimate, that's like my dream game. It's never gonna happen. At least not the way I want it to happen. But Sonic Riders Ultimate, I have the vision of it in my head. It's like Mario Kart 8 Deluxe version of Sonic Riders. Like all the content, tons of tracks, but the same mechanics of the original Riders. Online, like battle mode, like the vision's in my head, okay, but they're not gonna do it. But the vision's in my head, like I dream about it. It's not gonna happen, but I imagine that game would be massive. But Sega be Sega, man. So let me know what you guys think about this. Let me know what you guys think about Sonic Superstars. Are you gonna be paying for them microtransactions to get them classic Sonic skins now with extra classic CD peel out animation? Are you gonna pay extra for that shit? What do you think about Sonic or Friends? What do you think about this theory? Do you think it's accurate, or do you think something else should happen? Do you want something else to happen? And I think that's pretty much all I have to say. Oh yeah, Sonic Prime, right? People asking me about Sonic Prime Season 2 review. I haven't finished it yet. I'm like 3 episodes in, and I'm not gonna lie, I'm kind of bored. Maybe I'm too old for the show, but I'll finish it and I'll do the review. Don't worry, I'll get to it, okay? But that's why I haven't reviewed it yet. I haven't finished it yet. People are saying it picks up after the first 3 episodes. We'll see, okay? People saying it's the best Sonic show. X still exists. Let's relax on that shit. And also, we hit 125k subscribers, so we're officially 1/8 of the way to 1 million subscribers. That's pretty crazy. Assuming my math is correct. But thank you everyone for the support. Thank you to everyone who clicked the link in the description to check out the app, the sponsorship, because I do get a little bit of a kickback financially if you install the app, so they track that. So if you want to support me, you know, just install the app. It's free. You can try it out and have some fun. But yeah, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, hit that bell. Make sure to check out the non-Sonic channel. The link will be in the description. But that's all I have to say right now. So, Premy out.